Where does that sense of humor come from? My name is Stanislav Presolski, and I'm an assistant professor of chemistry here at Yale-NUS College. Where does Van Gogh get his creativity from? So I don't know. Maybe that's a better question, for our psychologist colleagues. College Stan was quite similar to Stan nowadays, but I was a lot more intense. I slept less. I ate more. I can look back and I can say, okay, I did all these things, and I know that no matter how hard life gets now, I'm like, okay, I'm still at like 75% of what I did, so like I still have buffer capacity. I went to college in the woods of Maine, Waterville, Maine, in a place called Colby College, which is one of the best liberal arts colleges in the world. Colby was very isolated, with only one bus a day to Boston, which was 3 hours trip. You could not escape it sometimes. I'm happy that I went there, but I almost wish Yale-NUS existed so I could be a Yale-NUS student. I don't know how you guys do it, with so many things happening and with such an easy access to a diversity of things to do, how you actually manage to stay focused and study for my class law. I sympathize with Singaporean students because in Bulgarian we do have a word for mugging, which I could not really translate with regular English. People would say, oh yeah, maybe you're studying very hard for an exam, but mugging is a perpetual state of being. It is a way of life. The word is zubria, which means like somebody who can memorize text a lot and reproduce it at will. Usually that's a derogatory term that you use to deride the top performers. The verb is zubrene or zubria if it's for me, and the particular person is zubrač. You would say, yeah, you're a mugger. Oh, what a mugger. I was double majoring and doing athletics, even trying to do some sports. So I've been interested in martial arts ever since I was little, and I was watching some Hong Kong movies on VHS tapes in Bulgaria. So I did judo, and then later on I did Tang Soo Do in college, which is a Korean martial art. My interlude into dance is that once I started doing martial arts, I discovered a different part, if you will, of my brain, which remembers your body's position within space and with other people. And also I discovered the pleasure of actually moving in unison with a large group of people that gives you a sort of power. When things happen, you're like, wow, this is a wonderful moment. We choreographed a martial arts meets dance performance in which I was a Buddhist monk, me and a friend of mine, my now wife, and her friend were these ghosts who were seducing us, and we had to do martial arts to repel them. So there was a hard component in which we were doing martial arts, there was a fluid component, and then at the end we intermingled them and we left the end for everybody to guess. I took art history. It allows you to appreciate the physical world that is out there, so it's not only just to make you a very good cocktail conversationalist. You can go to a new city and you can see how it fits or doesn't fit in the narrative that has been written in the buildings, in the art pieces. You go to the gallery, or even, like a street painting. If you go to Clementi and then there is some uncle painting Chinese characters with his left foot, literally. You can see how that fits in a larger narrative, what techniques he's using and so on and so forth. I realized teaching chemistry that a lot of the students, a lot of my students at least, did not understand the notion of perspective, of visual perspective. It took me actually 2 or 3 times doing a course, the same course, that I actually realized that even though the students were very good at drawing the molecules, they did not inherently understand what it means for a part of the molecule to appear smaller, that it's further away, 3-dimensionality. And when I realized it, I went to my art history colleagues and I'm like, you have to teach the kids perspective. They say, what, global perspective? I say, no, visual perspective.